Hey BrewTubers, main brew guy, brewing a pale ale. It's the one I brew every month and a half, anyway. I did make a couple of small changes again. This is version 1.2. I keep going with the same recipe for a little while, and then I don't know if I get sick of it or I just start over time picking out flaws. So small changes, but the small changes is yeast and water chemistry. So we're going to apply the water chemistry today. And as if you saw my water chemistry video, there's really only two things that I need to add. It's Epsom salt and calcium chloride. So I'll show you what I'm going to do. We'll put the red Solo cups to use, and I'll show you how I apply that. I'm going to take my recipe. It's my pale ale recipe. I'm going to go over the brew water. It tells me that I need 9.9 gallons. And the split is 4.63 in the mash and 6.3 in the sparge. So I'll place those water profile. I'll split that up here between the mash and the sparge, and then go ahead and enter my grains from my recipe. Pilsner. I'm using Crystal 40. Okay, now I have all my grains put in. I'm checking my ranges with, let's take the acid malt out for now and look at the ranges. Looks like because this is a pale ale, a real light pale ale, I'm going to stay on the lower ends, so I'll back these off a little bit, and probably 3 and 3, and it keeps my sulfur to chloride ratio good. On the lower end of the scales across, still in the green though, and so I'll go ahead and add some acid malt and bring my mash into range, and pretty much done. So now I know what I need to add. Okay, as you saw in my cutout there, I was figuring out how much Epsom salt I needed for the mash. Alright, so the Epsom salt for my first addition is there. Next I'll bring in the calcium chloride in a second cup, and then I'll combine them in one cup. Just want to make sure that tears to 0. It does. Stand by 1. Now I have to find out how accurate this scale is down in the 1 gram range. It may not be that accurate, so I may have to get a different scale. But that's the additions that I've got there. It's not a whole hell of a lot, but that's only for 4 gallons, so 4.7 gallons. Hey guys, those of you who think your grain mill barley crusher is a set it and forget it, you're sadly mistaken. 20 thousandths, 20 thousandths. Should move the rollers. Uh-oh. It won't even go in over here. Well, see, it goes in over there, but it gets jammed. I should be able to push it down and move the rollers equally. It's almost right on this side. I would say it's just a little over 40 thousandths, but it's a little tighter than 40 thousandths on this side. So I have to adjust it. Okay, now that the gap is set or verified, it wasn't really that far up, but I really wanted to show you how to adjust it. And if you're lucky enough to find some feeler gauges that go up to 50 thousandths, that'd be better. It's still by 2. Anyway, you can stick one on either side, tighten it against the feeler gauges, and then just pull the feeler gauges out. That would be the easiest way. Set mine to 40 thousandths. 40, 50 thousandths is probably anywhere in there, wherever you guys decide. The problem is once you start changing this, you're going to start changing your efficiency, and you'll have to set up all your numbers all over again, and you could end up with a few batches that don't end up right. So you might want to make sure that wherever you set these things, you're happy with them. So I'm pumping in. There's my chemical addition. I'll stir that up before I add the grains, just to get that turned up. Now, some of you might say, well, why don't I just put it in the HLT? It's going to be hard. It's the HLT. I don't pump in the whole amount of water right away. I don't know how much residual, and then I have to backfill, so it's going to change the chemistry. So it's going to get added to the mash tun, each addition. So when I get ready to batch sparge, I'll drop in the next addition. And that time the mash pH is going to be where I need it to be, so the only thing I'm doing with that chemical addition is really just making my brew water where it should be. Now I could take the second addition and add it directly to the oil pot. Alright, I had to change the memory card. Alright, some shout outs. Big shout outs to BH Brewing. I should have a list in front of me. Jake CPU Nut, Hockey Player, Mrs. and Mr. and Mrs. The Social Guy, Love to Homebrew, Arrogant Bastard Ale, SMC Brewing, RKI 6, Puka NC, Jameson or Tantrum 777, Dwarf 68, Jackerbation. God, I love your videos. I just a riot. Who else? Think, Gary. I'm missing a boatload. Actually, when I hit 250, I'm going to do a giveaway. I'm almost at, I think I'm like 220, 230, something like that on subs. So I'll do a giveaway for Northern Brewer. I'll do a gift certificate, like $50, pull it out of a hat. For people who post, but not this video. When I hit 250, I'll do another video and do the raffle off for Northern Brewer coupon, whatever, $50, gift certificate. Oh God, I'm missing a whole bunch of people. I apologize. I should have a list in front of me. Hopback Nate, J Money. I haven't seen you in a while. Where are you, J Money? SJ4. Good God, I forgot about you there. How could I forget? Oh, you know what, guys? I'm probably going to get a boatload of responses of, "Hey, you forgot me. You forgot me." I'm doing this purely from memory, and that isn't very good lately because I'm just jamming it full of nursing shit, and my hard drive is full. So every time I learn something new, a childhood memory goes poof. All right. What else? Rambling. Wow, that's highly drinkable. All right, who wants this? I'm going to send it out to you guys. The chemistry video, I hope that didn't confuse anybody. I'll tidy up a few things. I had a couple of good comments. What do you do when you filter your water? I filter my water too, but these filters are basically sediment filters and large bacterial filters. They don't really filter out ions unless you have a charcoal filter and reverse osmosis filter. So I don't think any of you guys are using that in your brew rig. I do recommend that if you're on a well and you have hard water and you have a water softener in your house, definitely do not use that water to brew with. Bypass the water softener, run it through a particulate filter like this one, and then take the sample right off the filter. Oh. Okay guys, hops update. Finishing off this Hophead Red from SMC Brewing. Oh, mosquitoes are getting me already. Okay, let's take a look at these bad boys. This is the Willamette. And let's get some perspective here. And looky, Daddy's got flowers all the way down. Flowers. More flowers. Flowers. Oh, flowers. Flowers. Well, not there, but they haven't put flowers on the edges. Just on that one that's coming down. It's got flowers. But Brewer's Gold, way over here, has got a crap ton of flowers. All flowers. Whew. I think I'll end up with more than a handful of cones on this bud. All the way up there, flowers, and then I ran one going that way. Also has flowers. And here has flowers. That second run has flowers all the way to the tip. All of it. So it's doing good. It's doing very well, actually. Temperatures here have been really warm. See, my tomato plants just went fucking nuts. And I actually had to... I mean, look at that, guys. Look how tall those things are. Are you freaking kidding me? I put some... they weren't doing a whole hell of a lot, and I put some tomato organic fertilizer down, and in 1 week they shot up at least 1.5 feet, and that is no exaggeration. I actually had to put a couple of metal things here because the branches were laying flat on the ground. They grew straight out of the tomato cages. They're flowering up like a son of a gun. So hopefully that means a lot of tomatoes. And the lettuce finally is taking off. I don't know what's going on there. Carrots, string beans, we've been getting a lot. Scallions, cucumbers, hello, coming alive. Broccoli and such. Anyway, guys, that's my hops update. I wanted to talk to you guys about the BrewTube online brew club. That's still a go. It's been really busy, but I'm having a professional get the site set up. So hopefully we can have that BrewTube site up in a couple of months. And everybody that was involved with it from the beginning is still involved with it. So, you know, don't worry, even though I'm doing a lot of legwork myself, it's still, excuse me, it's still a joint effort. And once it's up and running, it'll be a joint effort to keep it running. Besides of which, I'm hoping some of the subscriptions can help fit the bill because I'm paying for this. Anyway, that's that. I'll keep you posted on that BrewTuber site. So I hope that all of you that are online and do videos would be interested in this BrewTuber club, because for people who have clubs in their area, we can hold club competitions. I know there's people in our club that may be judges. As soon as I finish my nursing school in September, I am going to, actually I'm even starting before that. I'm going to be working with a judge and doing an apprentice. I will also be a judge at some point. That is my goal. So anyway, we could do club competitions. Anyway, I think this BrewTube club that we establish, I think, you know, the difference between our club and other clubs that are already, or other online communities that are already out there, is ours really is going to cater to experiments, club events, you know, just really devoting the site to brewing better beer for everybody, and you know, good handshake going all the way around. Sort of the same stuff we're already doing with the videos, but something that's a little more centralized, organized, just to you know, have a central point for everyone to show up at. And you know, we'll do webcasts and sort of like Brewing Network does. Maybe as we get a little more established, we can have some, you know, headliners come in and cast with, let's say, a hockey player is going to be, you know, the interviewer or whatever, whoever decides to cast, because I think Sean Maxim via ABS wants to also cast at some point. So these are good vehicles for that kind of endeavor. So I'm hoping we can really have fun with this thing and help everybody out, and you know, I'm not looking to make money on this. I don't think anybody really is, but it may be a vehicle to help you make money on your own endeavors. So that's the idea. All right, guys. Cheers.